Hey everybody, it is today, October the 31st, Halloween, trick or treat. Let me tell you, I got some treats for you today. My name is Jacob, Legacy Leadership International. What I want to talk to you today is about the motivation inside, motivation to success. I'm speaking on this next week actually, but something I just want to give you a tidbit of knowledge on. You know, the motivation that comes from within us, not without us. Outside of us is influence and inspiration, but what comes through us is the motivation. Now, it's Monday. It's Monday. I get that. People come to work on Monday drudging and dragging and just dreading about Monday. Unfortunately, Monday is just another day, folks. It's not the day that determines your attitude, but it's your attitude that determines your day. Some of you may have heard me speak about this before when I talk about what I call TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Because it's not the day that determines your attitude, but it's your attitude that actually determines the kind of day that you're going to have. You know, they say, well, if you had a bad attitude, then you got up on the wrong side of the bed. No, if you got up on the other side of the bed, you're still going to have the same attitude because where you slept has nothing to do unless it's a very uncomfortable bed, in which case you can also fix that. But, so finding that inspiration, actually motivation, when we talk about motivation for success, motivation actually stems from momentum. Momentum comes and then motivation comes. You're not instantly motivated to do anything. Okay? When they talk about you need to be motivated, well, the question that we should be asking people, rather than asking them, why aren't you motivated? We should be asking them, what inspires you? What inspires you? Inspiration is what starts building up our internal being. It drives us to do more and to be more so that we can have more. Folks, and when we have more, we can give more, and that is truly living more. So when we are inspired, what is your big why? What's your big why? When we identify what the why is behind everything that we do, we'll determine and discover actually that that's our inspiration to get up in the morning. You get up on Monday morning thinking with the mindset, okay, when we talk about success in the workplace, success in the workplace begins with your attitude. It doesn't begin by clocking in. It doesn't begin with how much money you can make or how many sales you can make that day. That's not motivation. What motivation is what the emotions after the momentum is built up after the inspiration. Why are you inspired to work today? Remember this. You may have been hired by an employer, okay, another person, another human being, okay? They hired you to do a job because they can't do it all themselves, right? They hired you to do the job. And you signed on for that job because nobody has drafted you to do what it is you're doing today. So why are you complaining about something that you've already made a choice to do? I mean, if you're going to complain about the things that you've chosen to do and you can't change. But in most things in our life, if we're going to complain about something, chances are there are some things that we can change about it because people don't complain about things that they can't change. Okay? So the inspiration comes from within, your big why. And you'll discover that as I do, and I go in every day on my day job, I deliver mail in Springfield. My big why for me is, what kind of service am I giving to my people, the customers, you? When I go out on the streets each and every day, it is the motivation and it's the inspiration in me that creates the motivation to get out there every day, give you the best quality service I can give you that smile, give you that letter, heck, even give you the bills. Folks, let me tell you something. I'm not going to pay you bills, so stop asking, okay? And if you have bills, guess who created those? You created the bills. Now you have the option. We all have choices. If you don't want bills, don't pay them. Don't pay them, right? Or don't create something that caused the bill. Because for any service, you're going to get a charge. You don't get anything for free, folks. Okay? Even breathing air, you've got to pay some sacrifice to breathe air by keeping yourself healthy to continue. So there's nothing free in this world. So the bills, they bring joy because why? That's helping you keep a good household. It's helping you keep your internet, your television, your utilities, your water, electric, all that. So I give to them the things that bring joy to their lives or some significance. Well, that's your motivation. That's your inspiration to motivate, is know that you're making a difference. When you're going into your work, and we're just talking about success in your workplace right now. I'll talk about success in your personal life another time. Success professionally in your workplace. Who is it that you're adding value to? Is it the boss or the leader, or is it to the people you're serving? Think about that. You're fulfilling a need in somebody's life, a gap, if you will. You are filling a gap in someone's life that could be of greater need and importance than you're aware of. So know that you're making a difference. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what it is you do each and every day to make a living. Know this, you are making a difference and you matter. You matter so much. So go in on Monday morning smiling at everybody. Say, thank God it's Monday. They'll look at you kind of funny, but that's okay. That'll put a smile on their face. Tell them, thank God it's Monday. Why? Because it's not the day that determines the attitude, but the attitude that determines the day. Folks, I'm Jay Goff of Legacy Leadership International. You know, life really is what you're living. Legacy is what you leave, and leadership is the bridge. Thank you. God bless. We'll catch you next time.